Hello everyone. So in this session we will add some more images in this matte painting. So let's start. Now what I will do, I will just go to my previous folder which we have taken the matte paintings images which we have downloaded. So okay, now I will just select this part and will move to Photoshop and will keep somehow over here. So what I will do, right click and flip horizontal. So we'll press shift and just scale it down a little bit. This would be fine, and we'll move it like this and we'll rotate it. So as you can see, this part need to be worked out, so control T again. For transformation, press shift and just move it. Okay, fine. As you can go here, your cursor changes. As you can see, that's for rotating purpose, and just put it somehow over here. Okay, press enter. I think we have to scale it little bit. Now what I will do, right click, rasterize layer, press Control and click over here. Control D, I just move it somehow here. So okay, Control, press and just go to the levels. But at first, just off all them, and we'll go to the levels and just pressing Alt, which is same which we have did it earlier, and we'll take the color like somehow here, and we'll take this color to somehow here. Okay, and okay, now no, and we'll just drag this. Okay, now we'll on all then and we'll move it here somehow here, and we'll go to here and just move it somehow here and just select both of them, merge layers. As you can see, this layers has been merged, and after that, when we have done with our placing our images, then we will do the renaming purposes. And okay, so what I have here, I have the clouds, which is this one. So we'll move one by one and just putting the clouds here. I think this would be fine. So somehow here. Okay, so I will put. Okay, I think here this would be fine, and we'll move this like this way. So I'm stretching it. Okay, no problem. So I have to move the cloud like this. So we'll go to brush eraser, and at first rasterize the same, and we'll decrease the opacity, and we'll just randomly use my eraser to just randomly um, erase the same. As you can see. Okay, so now it will move like this in the compositing software, and this part also we need one cloud, so I have another cloud. Both are different, so we'll decrease the size and we'll put somehow here. Okay, that thing has the opacity level high, so what I will do, I will just duplicate it, Control Z, only 2 times. Okay, merge layer. How you can duplicate? By Control J you can duplicate easily, or by clicking and dragging into the this copy layer, and you can duplicate the same. So there are a couple more different things to duplicate. So right click and duplicate layer. Here you can have the duplicate. Okay, so like this way you can duplicate. I prefer to duplicate with Control J. This would be fine. Okay, now what I will do, I will turn the opacity a little bit down. Okay, fine, and we'll go to the eraser and we'll erase the same little bit of it. Okay, little bit of fadeness, no problem. Okay, this part needs good and this part need to be work. Okay, no problem. Okay, now okay, so we have this thing, this one, and we will just put some trees over here. So what I will do, I will just go to that particular one and just put it one tree. I think this would look quite well, I think. If I put it like this, what happens? See, if I want to put like this, is it work or not? Let's have a look. Rasterize, remove all of them, control clicking, so I'm doing the same thing which we have did it many times. Okay, so we'll select the color manually, that would be better, and just going here. Okay, and no, we'll just drag this down, we'll move this little bit, so I'll on all them, that would be fine. As you can see, it's quite merging. Make merge layers, control S for saving. Now this time we'll save in next version, which is the another version. So version is very important. If you have just doing something and just your file gets crashed, then you can go to the previous version to have that particular data, so you don't have to work from starting. If you don't make any version, if your file get crashed, everything will be gone. So make sure that you will make 2 or 3 versions. More than that, it would be better for you. So this tree we have made, and what else we have to do? I just want this part to be little bit of it, so I will just that means it just ejected from this mountain like this way. Okay, so it's looking quite well now, and we'll do one more thing. We'll just put this castle and somehow here, so we have to work out for the same. Let's have a look. So we'll decrease the size and just put it somehow here. Okay, now rasterize the same, and if you have the auto selection, then you can click any of the image, it will directly go to that particular layer. Okay, if your auto selection is not on, that thing never work. See, we have selected this cloud. If you click, it will not go to that particular layer. So auto selection, by clicking and checking this, you can just directly go to any of the layer. Okay, otherwise what you have to do, right click the thing which come at the top, which that particular layer, right click, level 2. So like this way you can work. So I prefer to work in auto selection, that would be better. So okay, this part, so what I will do, I will just go to the lasso tool. By holding your left mouse button, you can switch to any of the tools by holding left mouse button. So I am going to lasso tool, as this is a freehand tool. As you can see, you can work like this, control D for deselection, or if you are working in polygon, that would be hectic if you have irregular shapes like this mountain. So I prefer to have the lasso tool, and will go and have the feather to around 1, so that its corners would be faded and have a good result. So right now what I will do, I will just off this castle for a while and go to lasso tool and just select this part, like moving like this. And what I will do now, I will just go and control J for the same, but at first I have to select that particular layer, control J, and move it upward. So as you can see, we have moved upward and the castle is hiding. And what else we have to do, just move it somehow here. Okay, that would be fine. And now we have to do the tweaking, so I will use the eraser and just work in the opacity. So we'll just work in the opacity. So I'm erasing in this part, and after that what else we have, we'll just erase this part also. Okay, now color correction, we need to work in the color, that's very important. So for that, what else we have to do, this part is fine. Oh, that's creating double thing, so we'll move it. Okay, fine. And now we have to work in the color correction, so we'll off all this, only this one is fine, and we'll select this one. Okay, here we have the problem. Control Alt Z, because we have just moved this one also. So we'll select this layer and just move it, erase the same, and right click 12 by holding Control. Again we go to the same process level, and by holding Alt click over here. Now darker and lighter color, click and just go to that particular color, no problem. Click, go to that particular color, one is the lighter and one is the darker. Okay, no, and we'll just move this. Now it's looking I think matched, and okay, fine. So we have to work in this part. So what I will do, I will just select both of them, merge the same, and we have merged it at this point, and we'll use the eraser. So we have erased this and Control S to save it again, and now I will use this moon. So we'll drag this. As you can see, this is not a PNG image because we have the background. So what else we have to do, we'll just skip at the top and for a while rasterize layer, and we'll use this ellipse marquee tool. So with no feather, I am using this ellipse marquee tool. If you hold shift, you have a particular and accurate circle. If you leave your shift, you have a oval, yeah, oval shapes by holding shift. And in spacebar you can move your marquee tool by holding shift and spacebar. Okay, so like this way. Okay, now one more problem we have. If I delete this, then the center part will gone. Control Z. So what I have to do, I have to do the inverse delete. So for that, Control Shift and I, Control Shift and I, and after that delete the same. Control D. So we have do the inverse delete. So I will put somehow over here. That would be fine. I think that would be work quite well. Let's have a look, and we'll change the level. Same, because we have to match all the things which is coming across here. So okay, one more thing we have forgotten, so I will just delete the same. Do it again, because we have to work in the color. Exactly, we have to work in the color, so that's very important. Okay, so now we have to define the colors. That part we have left. Okay, and mid-tone will be somehow here, and okay, no problem, no, and just drag this. Okay, now both of them selected by holding Control, merge layers, and if you go this part, this is the blending mode. You can just switch and just use your arrow key. You can blend. I think this part looks quite well, and use the opacity a little down. And also one more thing we have to do, I will just select this part, isolate the same by holding Alt. You can click over here, all the things will be gone. So I'm using the lasso tool, and now I will increase my feather by I think 5, because we need some amount of feather at its corner. So what happens, I will just remove this part, like selecting all the parts, like this random movement. Okay, you don't have to work accuracy. If you are cutting the clouds, you can also have a random movement. Okay, that would be fine, no problem. So I will just select this part, Control J, and we'll move it at the top, and we'll just on all the layers. Okay, let's have a look how we can fix this. Yeah, definitely we have to fix this. So I will just remove this part because we don't need this part, and now I will decrease my opacity level around here, and we'll just move this part somehow like this. Okay, Yeah, it's working quite well. So let's switch to the next session because we have to add some more images here. I think one tree would be fine, and after that we have to define the color, and the yeah, the foreground thing would be much more contrast and have darker colors, and the background color would be the little bit of dullness. So let's switch to the next session.